What's going on, boys? My name's Nick. I'm the owner of Silk Life Medical. We as a company strive to help you legends get your life back. You probably watched a video on my story, how bioidentical testosterone and peptides completely changed my life. I've helped countless friends, families, colleagues, random people, and the typical protocol is you guys would put in your information. I love getting to speak with you, schedule an appointment, makes my day. Love meeting people, love talking to people, and really figuring out what's going on in each of your lives, right? So what I wanted to do is also just make a video for people that are just sitting there going, you know what? I want to know now. I don't have time to make an appointment, and that's okay. You know, if you want to speak with me, I love talking to you guys. I'm the owner. People are always confused. Wait, the owner's talking to me? You're the guy in the video? Yes, I've made it my life's mission to help awesome guys just like you, okay? So what I wanted to do is kind of create what a typical lead call would be when I speak with any of you. Maybe answer those questions up front. Some of you guys are ready to go. You just either want to get your blood work done, you already had your blood work done, you're curious on trying TRT. I just want to go over some of the things I speak with you guys about, just so you don't even need to. If after watching this, you still want to speak with me, I would love nothing more than that. Okay, so what I first do is that if I speak with somebody is go, hey man, what sparked your interest in TRT? Are you feeling sluggish? Are you feeling tired? You know, do you not have the motivation, the energy, the drive you used to? You know, as we age, I call it like the boiling frog syndrome, right? Our testosterone drops so slowly over sometimes decades that you honestly forget what it felt like to have a good level of testosterone. And that's okay, we all do, you know? It's just a part of aging, right? Now, if you combine that with a complete poisoning of our air, our food, our water, something happened to our endocrine system as men, where the hormones we are producing, mainly our staple hormone, testosterone, has been completely decimated. You'd be shocked at the levels most men are walking around. Now, if you watch my story, you saw that I started when I was 31. I'm now 41, been on it 10 years, completely changed my life. You couldn't stop me from taking it. If you tried, it's been a complete game changer for me. I won't ever stop till God punches my ticket, right? But when I first got tested and when I was 31, I thought I was an anomaly. To be perfectly honest, I didn't speak with my friends about it. I didn't talk to people about it. I was embarrassed. I thought, man, you do everything right. I used to be a pro athlete. Sports have been my life. I try to take care of myself. What the hell do I have low testosterone for? I used to ask that question to myself all the time. And then after like 2 or 3 years, it made such an impact in my life that I said, screw it. I'm going to start talking to every one of my friends. Be like, yo, man, you have to get tested just to see where you are. And then I would test my friends. I'd be like, every one of you bastards is low. It's not just me, it's all of you. So then I started realizing there is a generational problem that we're having with our hormone production. And we could talk about it till I'm blue in the face, whether it's Monsanto, the pharmaceutical, big ag, big chemical. Did you know less than 0.5% of all the 10,000 chemicals used in our society have been tested for what they do to humans and animals? Less than 0.5%. So something has completely destroyed our hormone production. I've seen it because I've tested now thousands of guys, and I'm absolutely shocked when somebody actually comes in with a decent level. It's almost amazing. I look at them like they're Jesus. What have you been doing to get that kind of level? The average 50-year-old I test has a higher level than the average 30-year-old I test. It seems to be kind of like a generational breakdown, right? And me and you, whether you're watching this or we hop on the phone, we shouldn't even be having this conversation. I should be able to have the God-given hormones I have as a 41-year-old and not be in this situation. But I'm just grateful to God that actually I can not only have a healthy level of a 41-year-old, but I can have a level of a 19-year-old for the rest of my life. So people ask, Nick, what is bioidentical testosterone? It's the same stuff our body makes. Nothing synthetic like androgel or other supplements out there that supplement your testosterone but are synthetic. It's the same stuff my body makes. My body recognizes it as that. So I've had nothing but, positive side effects. A quick segue on that. People ask me, Nick, have you ever had any, bad feelings about it? Bad feelings from it? And I go, only positive. If I ever thought for a second it was doing damage to me, I would have stopped years ago, right? Years ago. I would never have kept doing it if I didn't feel like it made me look better, anti-age, more energy, more sex drive, basically, a mental health boost. You'd be shocked at how many of my clients and friends go, Nick, I love the ability to maintain and build muscle and even lose fat with it. But Nick, I'm sleeping better than I've ever slept. I have less anxiety and depression than I've ever had. And us as men, first of all, our mental health is completely disregarded in this day and age. And it's a shame that it is. But us as men, we're expected to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. We're fathers, we're husbands, we're grinding away, trying to provide a better life for our family and our loved ones. If you have low testosterone, it's like pushing a bowling ball uphill all day. You will have less energy. You will have a less than lifestyle if you have a proper level. So for me, it's a no-brainer on I'm going to continue doing it for the rest of my life, just from what I've seen it do for me and what I've seen it do for other people. Now, a common question I get is, Nick, on these calls. And once again, I would love to talk with you. If you still want more information after watching this, please let's schedule an appointment. Let's get on the phone. I'll answer any question you have. But a common question I get is, Nick, do I have to stay on this for the rest of my life? And I answer it with the same way I asked the question 10 years ago. I asked Dr. DiCarlo, if you watch my story, you know who the guy is. He's the one that got me on it. And I asked him, Doc, do I have to stay on this for the rest of my life? And he said, Nick, if you were anti-aging and feeling better, why would you stop? And I go, well, I don't know. And he goes, well, me neither. And after 3 to 6 months of being on it, I looked at him and I go, Doc, I'll never stop taking this the rest of my life. And he goes, Nick, me neither. And we both laughed and walked away. So a common thing I have to negotiate with people that aren't on TRT or peptides, another game changer, which I could love to talk to you about. But a common thing is actually just rewiring people's brains on like why they may need it or why should they supplement it. Any guy that's watching this right now, I guarantee you, if I looked in your medicine cabinet, you would have a plethora of supplements, multi-complex Bs, vitamin D, there's a million things people take, and most of it very good for you, some of it not. But why are you taking that? Because you're supplementing our nutritionally bankrupt food that your body needs to be a healthy person, and that's great. That's okay. That's what I do. I love that. But then when it comes to hormones, Google tells you, ooh, you might not want to supplement that. You want to know why? Because they could care less if you're taking vitamin C from China, because they know dang well it's probably not going to do anything for your health. You start talking about bioidentical hormones and peptides, and then Google will tell you, well, I don't know if you should do that. You might have to take it for the rest of your life. So what? Good. So I can anti-age and feel better. So people have no problem supplementing arguably, their most important vitamins and minerals in their body. But when it comes to supplementing their hormones, which are once again, the most important thing in your body for regulating a million things, they scoff at it. So getting them to retrain their brain on how they think about it is honestly the biggest hurdle. If COVID did nothing else for us as a society, it kind of pulled the veil back for a lot of people that were just trusting Google and people that have never done it. You notice that only people that, talk crap about TRT don't use it, right? You won't find people that are on TRT that talk about how bad it is. They talk about how good they feel, right? But if COVID did one thing, it kind of showed people that they don't necessarily have your best interest at heart. And possibly I would dare to say, wish you harm, right? Now, why? I don't know. Maybe they want to keep you sick in the pharmaceutical system, in the hospital system, in the insurance system. There's a lot of money in that. Keeping you healthy isn't good, right? The same people that told you maybe you should not do TRT are the same people that had the food pyramid of you eating 50 servings of bread every day as your main supply of energy and nutrition. Obviously, they don't know a thing, right? Or if they do, they're being malevolent and trying to harm you. A whole nother subject, once again, with the low levels we're experiencing as men in this country, I think it's intentional. Down the rabbit hole with that one. I don't know if some of you guys do, to demasculate men and make us a weaker, more docile society, right? Me, my friends, my clients, not gonna be like that, right? You know, with COVID and everything, I'll be dipped in you know what if I'm walking around with a low level. These people are liable to do anything now in this world. So, you know, having a proper level of testosterone, not only will you anti-age, but you're going to be feeling better. So another question I get from people is like, Nick, I'm not really having problems, you know, in the bedroom, which when I was younger, I associated testosterone therapy and all hormone therapy and peptides with my junk's not working, right? For you guys out there. Well, that's the last thing to go. You will have brain fog, fatigue, inability to just motivate. You know, I get that a lot from guys. You know, I just don't have it anymore. Nick, I don't feel like me anymore, right? And then I'll test these guys and they're rolling around with a 200 to 400 level of testosterone. Some women we put on testosterone pellets, we'll bring them up to a 200 to a 250. So a lot of you guys are literally walking around with a level not much different biologically, hormonally speaking, than women. And you're expected to be a man and do manly things and have your mental health together. Like, you know, the mental health aspect of what hormones in a proper balance provide for you is astronomical. Like, I can't tell you what it's done for my overall happiness and for my clients to tell me, Nick, like I said, I mean, you know, the ability to gain muscle is awesome, you know, and lose fat, great, you know, but I feel happy. I just don't know why. You know, when you wake up one day, you go through your whole day and you're just feeling good and you think to yourself, wow, I just feel good today. Well, instead of getting one of those a month, you know, you get 20 a month where you just feel better. So I always tell people, man, just give it a chance, right? It's not a life sentence. You can try it 3 to 6 months or just a couple months. If you like it, great, stay on it. If you don't, quit. There's no I have to do it for the rest of my life if you don't want to, right? I made the decision long ago. I feel amazing. Why would I stop? So that's one thing we all, you know, as men have to negotiate. We all put different things in our body. I want to have a level of a 19-year-old for the rest of my life. I implore you to. So how are we different at Silk Life? There is, you know, 50 different places you can get TRT right now. Some massive companies, I love what they've done by creating more information and more awareness on bioidentical testosterone and TRT therapy. How are we different? Most of these places prescribe these guys a one-size-fits-all dose, which couldn't be further from what you do. For example, me. I need a very small dose or my level will shoot to like 1800. And that's a little too much for me. I find I feel the best right around 1000. Some of my friends like 12 and 1300 and clients, I just find I feel the best right around 1000. And conversely, some of my colleagues and friends and clients, they need double the dose or they will only get to like 600 or 700 and they'll like it, but they're not feeling optimal, right? So we really titrate you up to a dose that's customized just for you, not just a one-size-fits-all dose. So that's step number 1. 2, we are with you every step of the way, okay? A lot of my clients, they're my dear friends. I tell every one of them, I'd rather have 1,000 men that are my buddies, that we're on this journey together, and then I'm babying through this until they get dialed in, than 10,000 guys in a paper mill just getting a prescription from a doctor and then going on their merry way. So I am there for every single one of my clients. Text, call, they all know it. They can call me anytime they want at any time, okay? So that is a very important aspect of TRT and peptide therapy, is having somebody there. Now, if you want to speak with one of our doctors, of course you can. If it's a medical, of course. But a lot of times it's a mundane question that I can answer in 2 seconds, and I love being there for our clients, okay? So we separate ourselves in that way and making sure you have the best experience. The last thing that I have been talking about recently is I get pitched all the time from peptide companies and compounding pharmacies on, hey, would you like to sell our products? And I look at some of these prices on the peptides, and I'm like, oh my God, this is half the price. And it always comes down the same thing. I say, where are you getting this from? Oh, we're sending it from the US. No. Where are you manufacturing it from? China. Okay. And then I realized that's why. Now, I'm not saying everything that comes from there isn't good, but if I'm going to be injecting something into my body, the whole point is to anti-age and feel better, and knowing I'm doing something that's beneficial for my body and not harming my body. So we make sure every one of our products is sourced and made in the best compounding pharmacies in the United States and is third-party lab tested for purity, quality, all of it. So those three things are how we separate ourselves from a lot of these other places that are just paper mills, just writing prescriptions for testosterone, and then God only knows where they're getting their products from, okay? So that's what I like to tell a lot of my clients. Now, I'm sure there's other questions people may have about, this, when do I take it? How do I take it? That's fine. Even questions I didn't address on the overall reason for you to at least get tested. Like I tell everybody, what's the harm in letting us test your blood and see where you're at? You don't even have to make a decision of doing it or not, but why not at least get tested and see what your levels are and then go from there? So we have multiple options. A lot of you guys watching this, because I speak with a lot of clients, they've already got their blood work done. They did it through another company, they did it through their primary care, or whatever. They just, now that they've gotten their results, they see they're low on testosterone. Now what do? They don't want to just go through their, their general practitioner who doesn't know anything about endocrinology or hormone replacement therapy. They want a specialist. Great. So if you have that, we have an option that you can check out below that is just setting up a lab review. You have to make sure that your hormones were tested. Some people will get their blood work, but not their hormones. If your blood work contains your hormones, we'll set up a lab review for you and we'll go over your results line item by line item. Make sure you understand every little thing in your body and how it works. For example, my testosterone being low when I started when I was 31 fixed other things. Now this kind of goes back to what I was talking about, how it's a whole body system change, right? My thyroid was hyperactive, meaning I was on the low range of it, but it creates a higher metabolism, which people like, but almost too much, right? Just too much energy, too much, feeling of, antsiness, right? After the second month of me being on testosterone, my thyroid boomed into range, and it's been like that for 10 years. So please, people truly don't understand just how much your hormones affect everything in your body, okay? Not just your hormone level, right? It affected my thyroid. It brought my thyroid into range for now 10 years, which is unbelievable. So we want to look at everything in your body before and then see what's changed positively for the good afterwards, right? So if you've had your blood work done, great, let's set up a lab review and get you going. The other option is if you're a guy and you're watching this, you want to get your blood tested. Okay, because that's our first step. We either have a blood work company that'll come to your home or we'll send you nearby to a lab you prefer. A lot of guys just opt for going somewhere close, or if you're close enough to our main office, you can just come in and get your blood work done. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, right? So for the option of getting your blood work done, you can get just your testosterone tested, or you can get your full metabolic markers, right? We always encourage people to get their full metabolic panel because, like I said in my example with my thyroid, we want to see everything. Your vitamins, your minerals, your cholesterol, your thyroid, your hemoglobin A1C, your white blood cell count, all of it, your liver function. It helps us set you up with a perfect plan for your TRT therapy and peptides. And peptides, I'll create another video on because peptides have completely changed my life too. Now I've been on those for about 4 or 5 years. My favorite, IGF-1, which I'd love to talk to you guys about, has been a complete game changer for me, but I'll get into that in another video. So, and we can talk about that, okay? So I highly recommend, and we have both options below. You can just get your testosterone tested, or you can get a full metabolic panel. Like I say, I always recommend the full metabolic panel. If you've already had that with another blood work, sometimes people have had that tested, but they didn't get their hormones tested. So they, hey, just test my testosterone and my IGF-1, which are your main hormones we look at, okay? So those are the options. And once again, if I didn't answer anything in this video and you want more information, I would love to talk to you. It's one of my favorite things. Any of my clients know that when I get to speak with guys, it truly comes from the heart, because my passion is this, because it changed my life so much. And I see so many guys out there struggling, wondering why they're living a less than lifestyle, feeling like shit. And I've made it my mission to change that for guys like you, you know? I mean, when I tell people I'm 41, you guys might not think so. I don't know. Maybe you think I'm older than 41, but people are like, dang, dude, you don't look 41. Your skin looks good. And I'm like, man, I think it's from the bioidentical hormones and peptides I've been on for a decade now. And like I said earlier, you couldn't take them out of my hands if you tried. But if you want to ask more questions, just make an appointment with me below. You can schedule a time. I love speaking with you guys. I don't put it on some other sales rep or one of our doctors. They're all great, but I feel like I have the best way of articulating my journey, answering questions man to man about, like, have you experienced anything bad? Good. Here's what I'm dealing with. I don't want to, just get it done and not have this addressed beforehand. So if you want to speak with me, please make an appointment below. I can't wait to talk to you. If you're ready to go, like a lot of guys are, they're like, Nick, cool, I get it, man. I'm sold. I want to see the blood work. Order our blood work. One of our team members will reach out instantly with your directions for how we're going to either have you come in, or what lab we're going to send you to, or having the blood work company come to your home. So those are your options, and I absolutely can't implore you enough. Just give it a chance, right? I did, and I didn't know, when I started 10 years later, I'd be helping guys like you change their life. I had no idea. It's like I could sit here and talk about it till I'm blue in the face, right? It's like telling you about a good restaurant or a good vacation spot. I could sit there and tell you over and over until you go eat or go check out the beach. You're not gonna know how good it is, right? So I could talk about it till I'm blue in the face, how much it's changed my life. But you have to see yourself. And like I said, what do you have to lose? Most of us are low. Like I said, I don't know why, right? I can guess that it's from our air, food, and water that has disrupted us as men, right? The sedentary lifestyle, just everything from technology to chemicals to food, all of it, right? So if you are having those symptoms of like low energy, you just don't have it anymore, you don't feel good mentally, then why not check, right? You have nothing to lose, at least seeing what your level is and then giving it a shot. I'm telling you, if you have a low level and you're watching this, you will live a less than lifestyle. If you want to do that, that's your prerogative. I'm never stopping, right? I have hundreds of clients that tell me every day, Nick, I'm not stopping for the rest of my life. And I say, me neither, buddy. So, you can do that if you want, but if you want to change your life and feel the benefits of having a level of a 20-year-old forever, like I said earlier, it sucks that you and I are even having this conversation, or you're watching me tell you this. You shouldn't even have to address this, right? But like I said, I'm grateful not only can I have a level of a 41-year-old, but I can have a level of a 19-year-old for the rest of my life. Sounds pretty good to me. Why not, right? There's so many people that have openly talked about being on bioidentical hormones and peptides, like Sylvester Stallone, who's my generation's boy, and Sly's been openly talk about being on, human growth hormone for 45 years. Said he would never be where he's at. The dude's like 90 and still beating people up. So you cross a certain point in your life where you just go with how am I feeling? How does it make other people look and feel that I love and respect, right? When you get to my age, everybody and their mother has an opinion about this supplement, this, that, what's best for sleep, what makes you healthy, what doesn't make you healthy. You start going off how you feel, right? I feel amazing on it for 10 years. The people I know that I love and respect, they feel amazing on it. The people that aren't on it look like crap and are aging faster. Okay, so we all have to make up our own minds about what we do. But like I said, give it a chance. I promise you, with Silk Life, you will have the best quality, you will have the best service, and you will have the best customer service, and an owner that cares about you and wants you to have the results that I've had. So either way, those are your options. Like I said, if you still want to speak with me, please do. I would love it. I just feel like I wanted to record this so guys like you that are sitting there chilling on the couch, watching football, whatever you're doing, like I do, like every other dude does, and you're thinking, man, I want to talk to somebody now, or just want to learn a little more, or have kind of a call I would have with you on our phone conversation. I'm sure there's things I've missed or things I would get into with you because of our back and forth that would be even more helpful. Great. If not, if you're ready, get your blood work done. Let's go, man. Change your life. But either way, once again, I'm Nick. I'm the owner of Silk Life. I love you all dearly, and I wish nothing but the best for you, regardless if you do it. Even if you don't do it with us, if you do TRT somewhere else, great, man. I want you to feel better. I promise I will give you the best service, but if you do it, I'm happy with that. So either way, I love you all, and I hope to see you or speak with you soon, and take the next step, man. I'm telling you, it will change your life. Hope you have a great day, man.